Thanks for joining me for this video. I'm going to discuss Ron Kirn's signature guitars. You are looking at 3 Kirn guitars, which I am very lucky to own. I believe that these guitars are the best you can buy. They rival anything coming out of Fender, including the master-built stuff. The best part is they cost about the same as a team-built custom shop guitar, and that makes them an amazing value. So I wish more people knew about these guitars, and that's why I wanted to make this video. So I'm going to talk about the builder, show some of his work, and play a couple sound clips. Ron Kirn, he's a small builder in Jacksonville, Florida. He's in his 70s. He's been building guitars for over 50 years. This photo here is from an article in Premier Guitar. I'm going to put a link to the article in the description. Ron has written several books. I'm going to link those as well. He participates on the forums, including TDPRI, the Gear Page, and Strat Talk. He provides helpful responses with his posts to anyone who asks. He has thousands of posts, everything from fret leveling tutorials to tone myths to how to spray a nitro finish. He's a no BS guy. He's going to tell it like it is, and that I've found is something that is refreshing in the face of all the myths and the marketing that is pushed into the community just to try to sell us stuff that we don't need. Despite being opinionated and wise, he's not going to attempt to persuade you in any particular direction. He feels that if you think your guitar has to have some feature, then you should get it. Otherwise, you're always going to wish that it had it and wonder how much better it would be if it had that magical thing like quarter sawn maple, whatever it is for you. But if you ask his opinion on things like tone woods, pickups, etc., I mean, you're going to get an honest and informed answer, but it may not be what you're expecting to hear from a guy who makes his living building guitars. Because a lot of the time he's going to tell you that it really doesn't matter, and the most important thing is, can you play the guitar? I use the words wise and informed, and that's because Ron's the type of person who is passionate about what he does, and because of that he's always strived to learn more about guitars, and that's why he knows so much. So Ron started playing guitar as a teenager. He refinished his first Strat at 15. No one knew what these old Strats would be worth now, so we can't hold it against him for refinishing it. He then had a candy apple red Jaguar, which you can see him here playing it. He loves photography and journalism. He was the high school photographer, taking photos at the sporting events and all that good stuff. After graduating, he worked in journalism for the local news stations. He's built many guitars over the years. He finally decided to leave his corporate job and work for himself, doing what he loves, and Kirn Signature Guitars was born. So there are over 1,000 of his signature guitars, but he made many more before he officially started his business as sort of a hobbyist. The quality of his builds simply can't be beat. He does S-style, T-style, and offset guitars, but he can build pretty much anything you want. He makes the bodies from period-correct templates. The contours, they're done the way Fender used to do them, by eye and experience. He generally finishes guitars in nitrocellulose lacquer made by Sherwin-Williams. This is as close as you can get to the DuPont Ducko that Fender used to use in the 50s. This is not what you're going to get from the mystery finishes the big companies use now. They're putting additives and catalysts in their lacquer to reduce their manufacturing costs and whatnot. This can cause things like sticky necks, and you may think that all nitro guitars have sticky necks. They don't. These Kirn guitars do not have sticky necks. He puts down a hyper-thin finish. Basically that means as few coats as he needs to, and usually somewhere around 7. You're not going to find Fuller Plast or polyurethane or other primers used in his guitars like many of these big companies use to reduce the sanding steps. There's a reason that people like thin skins, guys. The nitro shrinks into the grain. It smells great, it feels organic, it makes the guitar feel alive because you don't have a giant slab of plastic between you and the wood like you'd find with poly. You're probably not going to hear a difference in poly and nitro. Ron will tell you that you won't, but you're going to feel the difference, and if you want a guitar made the way they used to make them, then I would look no further. And the man can paint a guitar, let me tell you, or rather I should probably show you. We're going to look at some pictures of some of the nice finishes he's done over the years. He also uses really nice pieces of wood. His pickups he winds himself, but he can install any brand that you want. I will say that his pickups do sound great, by the way, as you're going to hear in the first sound clip coming up next. He made his necks for many years, but now he uses USA Custom. Some people have been quick to jump on a builder who uses another company's necks, but in this case it'd be very foolish to do so. Ron has found that the USA Custom can make the necks faster than he can, and he's found their quality to be the highest among the competition out there. I'm not going to name the names, but you guys know who you can order your necks from. I would suggest that if you do want to order a neck, go with USA Custom. They make the best. This allows him to focus his time on other important aspects of the build and pass on some of the savings to his customers. And even when the neck arrives, there's still a lot of work that has to be done to it. He's leveling the frets, crowning, polishing, the nut is cut and installed, the tuners are installed, he's applying his nitrocellulose lacquer. He does a few tricks to the back of the neck to make it feel broken in, but these are not relics. If that's your thing, then you probably want to look elsewhere. Now, Ron has nothing against relics. He's actually a fan of Nacho's work, and I'll throw a picture of one of Nacho's really sweet tellies up here for you guys to gawk at. So let's take a closer look at this Sienna Burst Strat here. This guitar was purchased from Ron's holiday sale. If you check his site around the beginning of December, you'll find special sales. Remember when I said that Ron likes photography? He also, when he was a photographer, liked sepia tone photos. Those are those kind of brown tinted photographs, and that's the feeling that he was invoking here in this Sienna Burst. You can see the quality of the swamp ash, little details like the jack plate flush with the body. The plastic pieces have been filed to remove the marks that are left over when they're molded, and these guitars just look perfect from every angle. He makes his own pick guards, and that's so that they fit perfectly to his bodies. You can see how the bridge is aligned perfectly with the pick guard. You can see the string alignment over the pull pieces, how straight the neck is. The neck pocket is tight, there's no gaps. The action is low, his guitars play really well. And these ones have bone nuts and shaler lockers, but he can put whatever you want on there. You can identify Kirn by the mouse logo and his name on the headstock, and you'll find his name and Jacksonville, Florida on the back of the neck. The most important thing is the serial number on the neck plate, and you'll also find some info in the neck pocket and in the body. You might find the person's name, who it was made for, his mouse stamp, his signature, and if you find a used Kirn for sale, you should email Ron with the serial number. He's going to get back to you quickly and give you all the details about it. Speaking of getting back to you quickly, he's always available for questions on guitars he has sold. He's helped me with tweaking the setup as the weather changes, fixing fret sprout. I really don't know when he sleeps with the amount of time he's on the forums helping people and answering the phone, helping people with questions and responding to emails. So try that with the Fender Custom Shop. Try talking to the guy who actually built your guitar. Good luck with that. You're going to get pictures of the builds as it progresses from a photographer, so they're going to be really nice, and it's a great feeling to be part of the process as the guitar is built. And now let's go over to the second guitar. This is a Strat that I designed to replace a Les Paul. I never really gone in with the Les Pauls. It has a Honduran mahogany body. It's got a maple cap. This cap has more A's than the valedictorian at your high school. It's beautiful. Lawler Imperials, Goto bridge. This is the same bridge that Sura uses, that's why I picked it. Brazilian board. There's some really nice flame going on with the maple on the neck. It has a killer tone, so let's take a listen to it. You're going to hear the Sienna Burst Strat doing some rhythm, and this guitar doing the solo. Alright, so the last guitar is Telecaster. This one was purchased used from Guitar Center. It came from Texas. Ron gave me all the specs on it before I bought it. He still had the can of acrylic lacquer he used to paint it, and he actually sent me a picture of him holding it up. It is Ferrari red, by the way. It's the same color that Ferrari puts on their cars. I wasn't thrilled about the color. You know, I bought it used. I didn't order this color. I bought it because it was a great deal, and it was a Kirn, and I knew it would be great. But it has grown on me, and it sounds so good that I'm never gonna sell this one. It's a great telly. I don't have sound clips of this one, so we can just take a look at it. So those are the Ron Kirn guitars. Now you know about him and his builds. He can build pretty much anything you want. And if you want to give some bridge on a Strat, he can do it. You can pretty much get anything. I mean, he's not going to put a naked lady on the front of the guitar for you. You know, he's not going to make himself look bad by applying finishes that are not going to work. You know, things of that nature. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for updates. I've got a thin line and a Jaguar that Ron is building right now, and when those are done, I'll post some videos and you guys can check them out. So take care, practice hard, and I'll leave you with one of Ron's sayings. And this will be an odd saying coming from someone who builds and sells such amazing guitars, but he always says it doesn't matter what guitar you play as long as you can play it. So keep practicing and take care.